All you had to say was, mommy, I dropped my nook. You don't gotta pull my earring out. Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be pertaining to pregnancy. I'm gonna go ahead and explain what I went through during my pregnancy and give you guys the bare truth of this beautiful pregnancy. Bringing a child into this world is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Having to carry a human being inside of you. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of trimester 1, 2, and 3, my symptoms, how I felt, what I did to prepare my body for labor. So the way that I figured out that I was pregnant was, of course, taking a pregnancy test. But the reason that I went to take a pregnancy test, what made me feel like I was pregnant, was because my boobs are fairly little. I have little boobies, so they were getting bigger. So I'm like, something ain't right, girl. Go ahead and take that test. It said, bitch, you pregnant, okay? You pregnant. It took no time for those double lines to pop up, okay? So I'm like, okay, calm down. A couple of weeks later, I had my official doctor's appointment, and the doctor confirmed pregnancy. Symptoms that I had in trimester 1 was nausea. I was very nauseous throughout the whole entire day. What I did was I had like peppermint essential oil, and I just took some and I dabbed it on my neck so that way it rised. That definitely helped relieve that nausea. I did lose weight my first trimester, which is normal for pregnant women that are nauseous and don't have an appetite. I'm like, why am I not gaining weight? Constipation. Yes, constipation. I bought a can of Metamucil, just 1 cup of water, and drop in 1 spoonful of the Metamucil, stir it up and drink it. That would get my bowels moving and things started flowing, and I started to use the bathroom regularly again, and my constipation was over. So throughout my whole entire pregnancy, I just continued to do that. Give mommy kisses. Thank you. Going into my second trimester is when I finally started to have an appetite. Second trimester was a breeze, okay? Like, I felt normal, I looked normal, I didn't have any symptoms, I was eating regular, my body weight was back to my normal pre-pregnancy body weight. Trimester 3 is when I started to really feel pregnant again. That's when it started to really hit me. My baby bump started to show, it started to grow, I started to gain weight, of course. At this point, Imari was so big. Whenever he moved, it just looked like a wave. It looked like a wave was going through my stomach. Back pain was horrible my third trimester. Sleeping was the worst. I could never get comfortable, and I had one of those boppy long body pillows. Didn't help me. I needed to get this baby out of me in order for me to no longer have back pain and hip pain. What I did to prepare my body for labor was 2 things. I'm about to tell him. Can I tell him? Okay. I drank organic raspberry tea, and I took evening primrose oil pills. I started it at about 37 weeks. I bought some organic raspberry tea off of Amazon. I would drink a cup in the morning. I would drink a cup at night as well. For pregnant women, it helps you to not bleed as much when you give birth. I bought the evening primrose oil pills from Walmart. What the pills do is soften your cervix, basically just getting your cervix ready for your baby's head to drop down so that it's easier for the water to break. I feel like it just happened like perfectly right on time because I ended up giving birth 2 days early. Yes. Getting closer to my due date, Eric went and bought me one of those exercise balls. He was like, here, bounce on this ball and don't stop until I tell you to stop. So I would literally just constantly, I'm bouncing on this damn ball. Yeah. Oh, mom-like reflexes. That's right, you see that? We're gonna go ahead and get into labor and delivery. The moments that everyone was waiting for. Yes. We were all waiting for you, my love. We go to Famous Dave's We're waiting to be seated. All of a sudden I felt this little trickle. I go into the bathroom and I wipe, and there's like a little faint of reddish pink on the toilet paper, but nothing like too major. It wasn't like a big old gush of any water. So I'm just like, maybe my water broke, I don't know. Anyways, let's eat, because if it did, I know they're not gonna let me eat. So let's sit down and eat. We were there for about 30 minutes, and while I was there, I wasn't in any pain or anything. We just went back home. I'm laying down and I'm watching a movie, and I just start to have pain. Like I start to feel contractions. So I'm like, okay, maybe it was my water breaking. I'm gonna go ahead and start timing these contractions. They were about 4 or 5 minutes apart. We both agreed to just go ahead and go to the hospital, because once your water breaks, you have a risk of infection. I'm not gonna name any of the hospitals that I went to. They checked me in triage, and they're like, all right, so you are 3 centimeters dilated. And then they confirmed, no, my water didn't break. They had me hooked up and they could see that I was contracting. They were like, you know, you can wait here and you can walk around and see if you dilate some more. And then if you do, we can go ahead and admit you. Me and E, we walked around the hospital for about an hour or so. That hour was up. The nurse checked me again and I was still 3 centimeters dilated. We just went back home. I'm laying down in bed, and like 30 minutes passed. Contractions were starting to become closer and closer together. We go back to the same hospital. There's a different nurse now. She checks me and she's like, no, you're still at 3 centimeters, so just bounce on this ball and hopefully, you know, you'll dilate. The nurse comes back about an hour later. There's no way I cannot be dilated some more with all of this pain that I'm going through. She checks my cervix. You're not dilated anymore. You're still at 3 centimeters. She's like, you can go ahead and stay here in triage, or you can go in our waiting center that we have, or you can go back home. I told E, let's get out of here. We're going to hospital B. We get to hospital B, and right away they're like, oh, are you in labor? Oh my gosh, let me get you a wheelchair, let me get you a blanket. They were just so welcoming. They bring me over to their triage. She helps me put my robe on, and right away she's like, you know, do you need a heating pad? Are you having a contraction right now? Do you want me to rub your back? She was just great. The doctor checks my cervix and she's like, you are at about 5.5, almost 6 centimeters. I'm appalled. That nurse at hospital A, I knew something was up. Like, there's no way that I'm in this much pain and I'm not dilating. I have my mom there, I have Eric there. The nurse is giving me laughing gas, supposed to help you with your breathing, and I'm just like, my breathing is fine. Like, I need help with this pain. I feel like I'm about to poop. And she's like, oh no, let me feel, let me check you. So she checked me, and she was like, you're ready, you are 100% effaced. She paged in all the doctors. All of a sudden, like 5 doctors walked in. There was another doctor there, helped me through my breathing to guide me through the pushing process. There was a point where she told me to stop, and I was like, I need to push. She was like, you know, if you keep pushing, you're gonna tear. This baby's head is halfway out of me at this point, and I know this only because my mom is sitting down there telling me. Starting to pray. I'm like, dear Lord, please, please, please give me the strength to push out this baby. I pushed out my son, and it was just like relief. Instantly, no more pain. So right away, they're doing the skin to skin. All of a sudden, one of these other doctors just walks up and takes both of her hands and pushes down on my stomach, no warning. And she's like, I didn't want to tell you because I knew it was gonna hurt. We just want to push that placenta out. Everybody leaves the room except the one nurse that started with me. She helps me get out the bed. She's like, okay, you're gonna go ahead and pee. That first drop of pee that came out, it felt like hot lava hit my vagina or something. Like, it burned so freaking bad. They took us up to our room. We were only in the hospital for literally 1 night, thank God. Imari was perfect. He had his whatever shots that were needed. He didn't have any jaundice. He was clear to go. That is the end of our video. I hope that everyone enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment below, or feel free to inbox me on Facebook or DM me on Instagram. I will be more than happy to answer any and all questions. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please go ahead and do so. I hope that it was very informative to y'all. That is all that we have for now, but until next time.